All right, guys. Hello. Welcome back to the Super Mario Sandbox 20% Relay Tournament. We've got an SM64 race here between Wilco and Sean Raider. I'm here with Yuri Nog. How is it going?
Yeah, it's going pretty well.
All right. So I actually commentated Sean's last race, and it didn't go super well for him. But I'm sure he can redeem himself, and I know he's looking to redeem himself as well. And Wilco, I don't know what he's doing with the Chuckya, but I think he's someone who's also inconsistent in races. So I think this one is really a toss-up. You know, they both have pretty similar PBs, but I'm not really sure who to favor. I think there's a lot of points in this run where the lead can change, and we'll just have to see who can hold it together the best. And as for the overall teams, we have I should have this up.
We have Team Gold and Team WEEB. I think Team Gold on the right side and Team WEEB on the left side. They've been named improperly on the stream, I think. As Team Gold is Dance's team, and Sean Raiders is on Dance's team. And Team WEEB on the left side, with Wilco starting, is the favorite to win with about a 2-minute combined PB that their average. But anything can happen. 2 minutes in a 3-hour run is quite a little amount of time, and jokes exist for a reason.
Mario.
And we're off.
Yep, there's the countdown, and we have both of them on English, so we'll have no discrepancy there. English is about 3 seconds faster for 70 star. I'm sure you guys know already, but if you haven't been following Mario lately, we just got a beautiful world record the other day from Cheese. Last night, he beat it by 3 seconds, bringing it down to a 138.25. And now, simply on stream, recently announced that in the month of March, he's going to do a Siglemic-style month-long grind to try to take it back and also try to get down to a 137, which would be kind of the ultimate goal for 120 star. So, really exciting time to be part of the Mario community. And even though these guys aren't top 120 runners, I think it's worth noting, you know, the community is super active. You know, racing is just one part of it. World record attempts are just a part, and there's a whole lot going on here. All right, so both of them got lag to skip. Wilco and Sean Raider both going into BOB. For bomb clip, we'll see if they both can get it first try. All right, Sean grabbing the bomb. Looking good for both of them. Neck and neck. All right, pretty good sync here. And they should be both going for the slide. This is pretty cool because you can see, like, if any of them are just slightly better at certain castle movement or minute gameplay differences, I can save a few frames here and there. So far, they seem like just about the same. Sean probably saved a tiny bit of time going from BOB to the slide. All right, but if you got a guess for the slide time, you throw it in the chat, and it might even change the lead if one of them messes up. Sean with the 12.8, Wilco 12.7. So keeping some sync here. Love to see it. All right, so the way WOMs work is you're going to have some pretty scary early moments where if you mess up Owless, Canless, or lose a 100 coin cycle, you're going to lose like 8-ish seconds. So you usually end up losing time in WOMs in like vaguely 10-second chunks. Oh, Wilka going for Salt Class. He's not going to get it. That is a fairly new method of setting up canonless without doing the texture setup and going for what we would typically call OG canonless, but using like a slightly more. Oh, hold on. In the meantime, Sean's not doing great on 100 coins, so I guess I'll mention that. He's going to be losing pretty similar time to Wilco here. But yeah, the salt, what we call salt class, because Salt and Ginger was the guy who found the setup, is kind of a more stable setup for OG canonless that can, I mean, if you're really good, you can get it, you know, maybe half the time as opposed to like 10 to 20% of the time. So we see a lot of people in top level 16 star who already go for OG canonless do salt class. Lets you get a lot more runs going. Alright, but Wilco getting getting canonless second try. Sean, he almost grabbed the red coin star. That would have been catastrophic. So pretty shaky here from Sean. Definitely understandable. The beginning of the race always has some jitters, and I think the reason why Womps is pretty dangerous in races is that, you know, you can get punished for little jitters. You know, missing Owless, missing Canonless, 100 coin. So, Wilco so far, he's only missed Canonless, but he hasn't done 100 coin yet, so we're going to have to see how that one goes. And Sean, he's done 100 coin, but he lost a fair chunk of time. So, we'll see if he can catch back up to Wilco here. Alright, pretty solid movement here, but this is where Sean messed up, doing this side flip ball kick. Wilco gonna get it. Good to see. And he's missed the double jump. This is the kind of thing I'm talking about. Little things that are big time losses. So he's gonna be trying to back this up with half cycle 100 coin. And that's a pretty good way to get back up onto the wood plank. Now the coin, oh, he's gotta get this red, and he's barely got it. So Wilco just about surviving here. Very scary moment here in Womps. Alright, but that's the worst of it. I would say the rest of it is pretty smooth sailing. You can still have some slip-ups, but it's not as scary. Sean, pretty awkward wild blue. I don't think that was the angle he was looking for. Alright. So now let's look at Sean going up for the Womp King. Nice fence clip. And Wilco gonna be doing the same. Alright, so we're just hanging out here, but we'll try to gauge what the rest of the race is going to look like. Wilco is actually a little bit behind now because of his 100 coin mistake, where Sean at least got Owless and Canonless. So we'll see how much Sean is ahead by, but I would say, you know, it's going to be about 5 seconds. But not a great Woms for either, and I think the way it's looking, I think you're going to be looking at Pless as being a huge factor in who gets the lead out of basement. And then, of course, Dark World and Fire Sea being the Bowser stages, always going to be critical. 704 for Sean Raider. I don't know why I said 5 seconds. It's going to be more like 10. And 9, I guess. All right, but go ahead and throw another slide guess in the chat if you want. I'm going to say maybe 12-8 for both. Awkward Castle. Oh my god, Sean's got to turn around. And I think he's got it. No, oh my god, okay. He actually hit the wall. So he hit the wall where he wanted to turn around. Wilco's going to do it right there. And then when you look at Sean going around the curve, he hit the left wall, which kind of wrecked his speed because he needed to go at the right wall again with enough speed to turn back, and that just didn't happen. So that really saved Wilco about 5 seconds. It's not actually as much as you would think because Sean doesn't have to spawn the other star that you get for completing the slide in under 21 seconds, which is about like 4 seconds to spawn the star. Oh my god, Sean missing the reds. I think there's a little bit of tilt showing. You know, Wilco, I would guess, is a little more composed. So they are actually back in sync. Pretty nutty beginning. It's anyone's race. But yeah, well, who's going to take the lead because he didn't miss those red coins, which means his ending was going to be a bit faster. All right, pretty crazy scenes already. Yeah, I don't know what that was from Wilco. All right, how many lead changes have we had already? We have Wilco taking it, or Sean took it, then Wilco took it, Sean took it again. And this might be a normal cycle for Wilco as well, which would only extend Sean Rader's lead. So with that ledge grab, I don't think he can get Chig anymore. Sean's looking good. Good job avoiding that amp. He knew that if he ran around normally, he was going to get zapped. Wilco doing poverty normal cycle. Both hitting the throw, so we're going to see Sean keeping a small lead out of Dark World, despite that mistake on the slide. Not a great beginning for either of them, but it's good enough that hopefully you can get over your jitters and just get on with the run. I want to see if either of them are going to go for side skip CCM 100 coin. I think more and more people are doing it lately, and it's pretty worth it because it saves like a second and a half, and also if you're in a race, you're not risking losing too many coins so that you can't actually get the 100 coin star. You will just lose like 7 seconds if you don't get the coin before the jump. But Wilco, it's taking the lead again. That's 4 lead changes already, I think. Now watch Wilco just die on wall kicks will work and put Sean in the lead again. Who knows? Could happen. Sean awake at noon is the craziest part of this race. Is he on Pacific time? That is pretty crazy. I recently had a race at like 2 p.m. and I was thinking like I got up and I didn't feel like I had enough time to fully prepare. Even though I woke up at like 10. I don't know. Alright, Sean, nice slide star. We're gonna get the penguin, so it looks like he's more ahead than he is because the penguin's a little bit shorter than the slide. Sean was up at 5 a.m. last night. I kind of wonder, like, no matter what, you're not going to be up for more than like 18 hours. If you actually sleep at roughly the same time every day, you're going to be up for like 16 hours at a time. So I don't know why people like try staying up till 4 or 5, even later in the morning. It's just crazy to me. But this semester for school, I don't have any classes, and like my earliest class is 11, which is a big difference. Because you know, in high school you have class at like 7:30 in the morning. In college you'll have class, you know, 9, maybe 10. But nope, 11. Yeah, that makes sense, Okami. It's much better to do like stream in the middle of the day, so that way you actually feel like you can unwind to some extent. So I noticed like when it's late, streaming seems a lot less enjoyable. Not enjoyable. It seems like I'm much less excited to stream if it's like 4 hours before I go to bed. It is almost like a job in some sense, because it's like with the job you don't really want to like work at the end of your day. You'd rather go to work, have your work done, and then be able to relax. But whatever. Good slide from Wilco. As I say that, he hopped over a coin. That could have been bad. Okay, so Sean's leaving wall kicks will work for last. I was wondering like what hasn't he done? I was wondering if I missed something. But yeah, wall kicks. Oh my god. He could have died there if he wasn't careful. Alright. Good backup. I mean, decent backup. You know, it could have been a lot worse. Could have been better, could have been worse. Alright. BBH time. See you later. I'm people leaving. I don't know why people think BBH is like dull. I would say it's like one of the better stages. There you go. Just in time for Wilco to get out, because BBH is short in 70. You know, I could have actually gone to Liam's Twitch page, typed in the command, and then copy pasted it. That would have been a lot faster. I mean, I think I typed that correctly, but whatever. Basement time. Let's go. Hello, canned BS. All right, guys, very important star here. Critical star. Got a big bomb regrab. And got the double jump. And he got the clip. So he's looking good. Time to see what Sean Rader's got. Another big bomb. Okay, this is good. This is really good. You want to see both of them get plus first try. All right, there's talons for Wilco. So Sean's getting sort of far behind. It's not really that bad. It's still like one big mistake from Wilco would give Sean the lead again. But overall, you can tell that it's about 20 seconds. All right, so good SSL for both of these guys, I would say. Sean is doing that in C up. That looks so awkward. It's like in C down, you can really see like where you're going and where the ground is, so you can time the jumps better, I think. Oh, Wilco, man, this is not good. Oh! He jumped off the sign. You can actually do the triple jump off the ground and still make it, but he had like no speed. But getting it off the sign gave him enough height to do it even without speed, so that's pretty cool. What a nut. I was hoping I'd see something like kind of unusual in this race in a good way. You know, it's always cool to see like inventive strats, but it's like they rarely ever happen because any strat that you think is cool is usually slower and not worth it. But for backups, there is a lot of room for creativity. You can see like a lot of cool Twitch clips of people backing up crazy things just with either practiced backups or just general intuition. All right, Sean's also going for the bully. Now you can see like, you know, Wilco didn't have a great bully, but you know, he's still holding it together. Sean as well got the triple bullies. It's like, if you can avoid any big mistakes in LLL, I think you're good. You're happy in a race. But at the same time, you know, there's a big difference between like a crisp lethal lava-land and a mediocre lethal lava-land. And that can be like 5 to 10 seconds. Can Wilco get the triple ground pound? Yes, he can. Pretty much, you just want to look at that texture on the ground. You see like, it's mostly red, but there's that kind of like white rectangle, not rectangle really, but just like a few like kind of pencil marks. There's one of those that you want to stand on when you ground pound. Unlike the SM64 community considering me a hot dude for being a backup god for some reason, Tabby Storm. You know, Tabby Storm, like, he is definitely known for having some cool backups. I don't know if he is the backup god. He definitely just has some of the most, like... Oh man, Sean just missed Lava Boost and Wilco just got it. Oh! Wrestling the bully there. But if you're a Tabby Storm, you definitely want to lean into it because it's not, like, very common that a runner who's, you know, like, decent but not top level can actually be known for something like unique within the game. I think that's pretty cool. So if you have the chance, you know, to kind of give yourself that name value, I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, lean into it if you're Tabby. Sean doing baby red coins. Disapprove. Alright, we might need to crop Wilco's timer a little bit. I mean, I know it's been this way for a while, but when you go from the 1 to the 2, it gets a little bit fatter still. Alright, Sean actually did this star last. That's pretty interesting, but at least he saved some time over Wilco, but didn't even get the fence clip. Honestly, if you do that, instead of ground pounding, I mean, you can ground pound over the star and it's fine. You can also just like fly down and bonk off the invisible wall. And you'll still get the star. But alright. DDD time. I'm sorry, SpeedGaming, but I'm leaving the stream during DDD. It's laggy, and I don't know. Some people really hate DDD. It kind of, like, I'm kind of mixed. I think chest is actually pretty fun, but it's like Substar is boring. Anything where you have to just swim through this long tunnel is not that interesting, which is every star except chests. So it's like Mantis kind of garbage as well. So it's definitely not one of like the more interesting stages, but it's a nice way to relax between basement and Fire Sea. Because we all know Fire Sea is where you gotta get it done. You perform or you get quandon. There's also not like a lot of middle ground in Fire Sea. It's lava boost or it's not. And if it's not, then it's pretty bad. Oh, missing a ring. This is gonna get scary. Does he know how to get the last one? Yep. Okay. Now those rings are really deceptive. Sometimes the rings, like, if you swim into the ring, it'll give you the secret. Sometimes it won't. And I don't know, like, where you're actually supposed to swim to get the 5th secret. It's probably worth learning. So if I miss the first ring again, I would know what to do. But that was then. This is now. Wilco going into Fire Sea. Can he get lava boost? This would be a good, like, believers versus doubters prediction. I'm a bit of a doubter myself, but you know, believers, you have a good reason to believe. Okay. Always waiting for the single jump off of the rollout. That's kind of like hard to do. Like, I don't think it's particularly necessary, but it's pretty cool. All right, lava boost. Not turning the camera got him quite a bit of lag. But he's set up for the ending. Lag reduction on that camera angle, actually, to lurk. It sounds like I'm saying lurk, to look backwards. All right, what can Sean do? Believers won once. Can we get 2 for 2? Right, long jumping into the lava. This is like slower, but not that slow. You can easily make lava boost. I do a dive roll out into the lava, and it's like, oh my god, he missed the red coin. That's when, like, lag reduction can get too ambitious, in my opinion. It's like when you're giving yourself more risk of messing things up. Because I guarantee you, if you're looking straight, you don't miss that red coin. It's only because you're actually looking sideways that you kind of lack that depth perception. So that alone is going to cost about 20 more seconds to Sean, and that gives Wilco a pretty significant lead. And honestly, this is like low 50 pace if you're Wilco. So pretty good beginning. I mean, Woms kind of sucked, but beyond that, basement was pretty good. Yeah, you're right, Okami. I do have to watch the Pan and Coic video. To be honest, I've only ever watched like 3 of his videos. Like the Rolling Rocks one. I think one that was like walls, floors, and ceilings. And then I forget. Sean, bit of a sketchy throw, and it's gonna be about a minute lead for Wilco. So commanding lead at this point. But it's Wilco. Alright, he's already missed 1 coin, which is a little scary. He's making good progress here for sure. Okay, not skipping the ledge grab. I actually avoided the amp. I thought for sure he was getting zapped. All right, looks like Wilco's actually going to get it done. Good ending, by the way. Long jumping onto the plank is faster than jumping onto it, which is harder because you actually have to get a decent angle, but it's much better. All right, Sean, pretty good movement at the beginning here and good Skeeter RNG as well. I think those coins are going to be pretty helpful. What's your guys' opinion on 4x3 versus 16x9? Would you rather it be stretched, or would you rather have just like black bars? Because I can see arguments for both. Alright, welcome getting elevator. I mean, Sean's got a lot of work to do. I mean, Wilco, he's playing pretty well. Nothing crazy, but just keeping the ball rolling. Not having any classic Wilco meltdowns. So props. Another triple jump wall kick. And he's got it. Very impressive from Wilco. Yeah, 4x3. Same. Alright, hopefully they listen. So in the future, we can get our native looking game. Alright, Wilco done with what? Dry World? 30-20-ish. Ooh, interesting elevator movement from Sean. A bit slower because jumping off of the elevator obviously gives you some more height rather than just running off and falling. So you know Mark's hosting this like Clash of the Titans tournament? He used to have Amarek in like the default configuration, which is for some reason it's like neither 16x9 or 4x3, but it's like just a little wider than 4x3, and it was really annoying because he was also using face cam. So like if you think of how a speedrunning stream usually looks, you have like the splits on the left, you have your face cam and like either like above or below the splits, you know, somewhere in that column. And then you have the gameplay taken up most of the screen on the right. But Mark's had like really thin live split and face cam because his game was just too wide. And I was telling him, Mark, just go into OBS, trim your Amarek, you know, just like squeeze it down a little bit. You can just Google 4x3 image and resize it to that box. And he's like, yeah, okay, but Jonas, I'll do that. But like, he didn't do it for the longest time. And every time I went to watch his stream, like, not every time, but I'm like, hey, Mark, you want to change that res? I don't know. Guess I'm just being nitpicky. But yeah, the game definitely looks best in 4x3. All right, Sean. Okay, secrets. Could have been better, but getting through it. And Wilco's almost done. And we're going to get into TTM, which is probably the most exciting stage out of upstairs, not including Tippy. There's a lot that can go wrong, but of course, it's pretty hype when you get it all right. Wilco not lag reducing on the door. Eternal shame. Ooh, Sean's not getting much luck on this mountain clip. I think he was going for the new method. By mountain clip number 1. I have to say Wilco's been doing really well the last like 20 minutes. All right. I mean, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but is his PB still like 50-11? This could beat that for sure. So we might get some PB hype in the chat. Yeah, commentator's curse. There's no way he can PB now that I mentioned it. I mean, this would be really hype for Wilco to get a PB in a race. Because if there's one thing you can't, like, take from Wilco, it's that it's like the work ethic, you know, because he grinds. I don't know how he's never gotten a 49, but to do it in a race, you know, when you've got kind of the pressure of like the race and having a team with you. Oh my god, Sean Raider. So I know you were saying commentator's curse because of the Wilco thing, but that was even worse from Sean. Very unfortunate. He's gonna have to, you know, lose about 10 seconds getting back up. Alright, Wilco going for reds. Going for some dive rollouts on the shrooms. Kind of cool movement. I know, like, it's not the most optimal, but I'm sure he's thought about it and he's doing, like, what's the combination of easiest without being too slow. Wilco's PB is 50-17. Yeah, this is quite possible, fellas. So if you want to look at the rest of the run, Snowman's Land and HMC, that's about 5 minutes combined. Then Tippy, if it's great, that's about 9 minutes combined. So if we're looking at 14 minutes from now, that could barely be, well, that could be a mid 49 if he plays super well. So PB still on the cards. Not guaranteed, right? It's still been a little bit rocky, but it's a run. It's a run. But also, like, whatever happens, you still have Sunshine and Odyssey for the actual relay, right? So if Wilco gets his team a good head start, you know, that would go a long way. But, you know, even if Sean still doesn't have the best run, it doesn't mean his team's out of it. You know, I believe Sean lost the SM64 portion to Bev, but the rest of his team pulled through. So anything can happen. But right now, I think it's the most interesting thing to think about right now is Wilco getting a PB. Because goddamn, this man's overdue. Alright, Sean wrapping up TTM with the breeze. Watch out for that check ya. Yeet. Alright, Wilco already done. It's been about the same lead since, like, Wet Dry World-ish. Nothing crazy, but pretty solid for Wilco, you know, at least a minute. Also, does this sound to you guys like the audio is like underwater in some way? All right, Wilco doing box jump. All right, that's pretty much the main thing you got to do in HMC, and he's done it. HMC and Snowman's Lane are kind of similar in that aspect. You got, you know, one short but semi-difficult trick, and then 3 that are pretty manageable. All right, Sean hitting down the basement again. Gonna grab Mips. I mean, Sean has a 49, so even if Wilco PB'd, you know, Sean, like, you could still say Sean can compete with that, but in terms of a race, it's very hard to get close to your PB, nevertheless, like, much less actually get one. All right, so the time you're looking at for Wilco getting out of HMC is you want to give him 9 minutes and a little bit of change, right? And that's exactly what we're going to see here. It's going to be like 40-40, which would give him a 49 with a 920 tippy or better, which is like only one like big mistake. Like, you could take like a short death, like you could miss a rainbow ride, triple jump, wall kick, or if you don't die, you could have like a missed throw and like a little bit of sloppiness. Yeah, best possible time 49:37. So there you go. Thank you, Restreamer, for the extra info. That's pretty good, Sergeant Kellogg. Can't say go Team WEEB, but we can say go Wilco. All right. So Wilco's a little bit behind his PB, but he has a ton of time saving Rainbow Ride. Look at those splits. That's like 36 seconds, 35.15 if you want to be technical about it. I lack to bounce. Will he lack to and will he bounce? He will lack to. I don't know. He got the bounce, but he didn't actually get to the pole. So he didn't really exactly get what he was looking for. And he's going to have to back it up with red coins, losing in about 10 seconds. Still a good enough run, but it's going to be a little bit harder now to get a PB. Ooh, Sean has a clean layout. I know he's on his alt right now, but like, I like the kind of like dark gold border around the game feed. And I think like the contrast with the Mario background is really nice. He's got the transparent splits as well. Like, if you watch Schnoz, I told him this once before, because he has an okay stream layout. But like the background is too like colorful. It's hard to like distinguish enough contrast between the background and the actual Mario feed. But Sean's is like really well distinguished. And it also goes with the gold team theme, I think. I don't know if that's what he was going for, but if so, then that's pretty cool. Let's go gold team. All right, Wilco doing triangles. And that was clean. Oh, did Sean do Toxic Maze? Or did he do SL Reds? I don't really know. But he's going for 59 stars here. Commentator not paying attention. He's getting fired after this race. Probably SL Reds. All right, Wilco still has a chance. All right, he's green. He's green. TTC was pretty good for 10. That's like, you know, you can get like 1 or 2 small, like pretty minor mistakes to get a 410. All right, super important 100 coin. This pretty much defines whether the run can continue as the PB pace. The first half is fairly successful. Awkward camera, finally getting it turned around. All right, this is huge. Come on, Wilco. Okay, pretty good. I was taking a sip of my water there and took a bonk. All right, no invis wall. Got all the coins. Let's go. That'll do it. That's good enough. Oh! Oh no! Oh no no no! Come on, Wilco. All right. That'll work. I would say he lost about 10 seconds overall. Wait a minute, Sean has a dynamic background. It's like a slideshow. Because I know it was on WOMS before and it went to Rainbow Ride. I'm like, wait, does it sync with the stage? No, that can't be. But that's pretty cool. Okay, decent pendulums. Sean gonna take a death on tricky triangles. Oh, that's gonna hurt. You know, he really needed to get every time save that he can get. God, I'm parched. I don't know why. Just haven't done commentary in a little while. All right, let's get all your hype in the chat. I don't know if SpeedGaming has any like FFZ emotes that are good, because I know Cheese yesterday that the chat was spamming Prage, which is Sag, but praying. So whatever you want to make of that, fine. But there's no Prage, so just whatever kind of bless or hype emote you got. Time to send your energy. Sean actually could have died there. I mean, he really shouldn't have died, but whatever. That was a bit scary. But he's not doing TDC 100, so he's actually going to be able to enter right away and not have to worry about the 100 coin, just to get to do stomp on the Thwomp. And Wilco doing time jumps on moving bars. Ooh, okay. I'm sure he's quite nervous at this point. You know, 49 is probably barely on the table. He would need pretty much to clutch bits like Cheese did if he wants to get a 49. But PB is still definitely possible. Right, Sean stomping on the Thwomp. Is he going to do the box triple? Seems like it, but the angle's not going to work out. Wilco, nice triple jump. He's going for all the strats. All right, this is barely possible, guys. 49. Look, I know it says not possible, best possible time, but it's barely possible. Like he can gold by a fair amount. He will go. Whatever. I have a cheese bless and a D bless. All right, let's go, Wilco. What is he doing? Okay. He should make the same cycle anyway, but just the camera looks really awkward. Oh my god, okay. Missing a cycle there. Gonna cost him about 1.5 seconds. Now we gotta see what he does for wall kicks. Is he gonna take the pull or is he gonna go for something here? Left side? Standing left side, okay. I would say this is not 49 pace, unfortunately, but still PB pace, low 50 potential. All right, 49.23 going into the pipe. You can get a 50 0x, but probably can't miss a throw. This has got to be clean. Actually, it doesn't have to be clean, but he's got to hit all the throws. Come on, chat. Count him down. Please? Aw, sometimes the bomb hitbox will give it to you, but not there. All right, let's see here. There's maybe a... Okay, not when he's doing like 5 spin throws. All right, this is still a sick race time for Wilco, though. Come on. Close it out. 2. I know I didn't say 1, but I'll still say 2. And 3? I actually thought that was going to hit. Oh, nice glitchy regrab. Sometimes throws are hard. I can't really judge. Oh, he must have some kind of like strat where he just stands where Bowser lands and punches. Because he did it twice, so that makes me think it's intentional. Might have to look into that one. All right, that's going to be a 50 for Wilco. And giving Team WEEB a really nice lead here. Congrats to Wilco. I'm sure even though he's going to be disappointed, he can be satisfied with that race time, knowing that he's given his team a really good shot here. It's going to be up to, I believe it's Dansta and Tom Dollars for gold team. Maybe I'm wrong. Congrats, Wilco. GG. Good race. All right, let's watch Sean finish up here. And then I'll be heading out because I've never played Sunshine. Has SP had a 114 for... Wait. Is this, This might be like a 3-head question, but is this SB electric?
Yes.
Okay. I got 114 a week ago. Well, that's hype. So yeah, really good opportunity for Team WEEB here. You know, good race from Wilco. Really good Sunshine runner in SB. Sean's still hopefully going to get a 52, which is not that bad of a race time. Wilco just made it look pretty unremarkable. All right, 2. Hitter has a problem saying the number 1. And will that hit? Nah, it's hard to tell with the camera sometimes. A little bit of a closer throw. Ah. Neither of these runners having great throws. Hate to see it. That's why this game's hard. Nothing's ever given to you. You gotta like scratch and claw till like the very last moment. But that's gonna be a low 53 for Sean. Unfortunate run, but I know he hasn't been playing that much lately. He's actually been getting pretty good at Minecraft. But yeah, we're gonna go out over to SB Electric. Thank you guys for having me. Good luck, Yuri, on the comms.
Thank you, Matt. And thank you for commentating.
Yeah, see you around.
All right. Hey guys, I'm Yuri. I'm a commentator for SMO actually, but we don't have an SMS commentator, so I'll just take it over. I'm not the best at SMS commentating, but I'll do my best. We just do our best here. That's fine. Right now we're in the cutscene phase of SMS. This is the part where you go to the bathroom, go get a drink, go get something to eat, because ain't nothing happening here. It's just the same old cutscene that you've seen 1,000 times already. But yeah, Wilco squeezing out a 50x there, which will definitely help his team make it a lot easier on their shoulders. As Tom Dollar and Dancer are awaiting quite a serious challenge if they still want to win this. Of course, Team WEEB being the favorite to win, as they do have the better PB, but Shine can be quite a mess, as some say, with all the RNG that can happen and all the chokes that can happen and all the deaths that can happen. You can lose quite a lot of time quite fast. SB here being one of the top runners, I would say. He recently just got his first 114, and he seems to never have stopped. Not stop his grind on the SMS any percent grind. Meanwhile, Tom, I actually don't know how much he's been playing, but needless to say, he does have the less PB of the two. But maybe he can make up for that inconsistency, or he can not pull a Wilco and PB. We'll have to wait and see.
I hereby order the defendant to clean this entire island. Until Isle Delfino is completely free of his vile handiwork, Mario shall not be allowed to leave. Court adjourned.
This appears to be quite a predicament, Mario.
After these two SMS speedrunners will be Danza against Bliplo. Danza being one of the top SMO runners with a high 58. He's been playing like crazy lately. He's due for a PB, so maybe, probably not, because it is a very, very high skill that he's playing at. But last race, we did see some consistency on Dance's part. I don't know how much Bliplo has been playing, but he will probably have the considerable lead going into SMO. He'll just have to keep that going. Meanwhile, Tom Dollar finishes up his airstrip shine. Didn't see any problems with that. And SB almost being able to play the game. You'd love to see it. See, it seems like Tom Dollar is on the Japanese version, as is SB. Version differences for the Japanese version actually not being that much about the text, more about the Delfino Plaza loading zone. Every time you go into Delfino Plaza, every time it loads into Delfino Plaza, the Japanese version saves a tiny bit of time, which over the course of the whole run saves a lot. And SB is off, actually playing the game. Now unlocking the first stage. But for some reason, I can't hear the game. That's yeah. Alright, there we go.
Princess, look! On the statue's head!
Mario? SB will now be trying to get Shadow Mario. He needs to spray him with water. Let's see how quick his skill can be. That is an extremely quick roll. SB off to a railing start there. You'd love to see it. Now, going into the first star, which you can skip, we'll just go straight to the Amplified. I'm pretty sure. Water slide into triple jump over the wall. Seen it a million times, we'll see it a million more times. Let's see how good his water spider can be. Ooh, didn't quite get it. Oh, but he got it there. He needs to stun the water spider so he can jump up, get up for the windmill wall kicks. Didn't quite get up there first try. Ooh, having a bit. Oh! Thought he was having a bit of trouble grabbing up the ledge, but no. Seems like that was intentional, as his windmill wall kicks were clean as hell. Dumb Dollar almost being able to play the game. He's getting close. SB now into his first piano fight. We'll see this fight happen a lot more times. Essentially, you spray him full with water and then you ground pound on him. So all you want to do in this fight is just have him chunk up that water as fast as you can. Should be no problems there. SpeedGaming do a bit of soft promotion in chat. Yay to see it. And SB finishing up Bianco 2 actually. As in SMS, all we need to do is finish the 7th episode in every stage, which is the Shadow Mario fight, so that we can go to Corona Mountain and save Peach. But to get to the 7th episode, most of the time you have to complete the episodes that came before. But in some cases, like here, you can do some episodes prematurely. We'll see that in Bianco. We'll also see that in Gelato Beach, where both runners will be performing the Gelato Beach skip. And we'll see it in a park. I think that's all of them. SP now coming up to this secret stage. Most secret stages you don't have flood, but are very mechanical. But as this is the first secret stage, I don't think we should see any problems here. It's the same movement. And very linear. Tom Dollar now coming up to the water spider. Having to get close up to get the stun there and jumping up. See his windmill wall kicks. Doing the same setup. Again, cleanly as hell. SB now coming up to the first real trick of the run. What we do here is we unlock Rico Harbor by killing this slimy boy. But whilst the cutscene is playing for the Rico Harbor opening, we try to enter Bianco village again, so we can skip that cutscene as the Bianco village entering cutscene. Kind of like skips it, cancels it out. He needs to get a good water slide, which he does, and then enter the painting, which he does. And there you see it. Not the most difficult of tricks, especially at his level, but you do need to get the water slide, otherwise you do fail the trick. But you need to get to the painting as quickly as you can. Now going into the reds for Bianco. We'll see some clean water slides here, some pretty cool movement. Ooh, missing the 4th red coin there. You hate to see it. But having a clean backup for it though. Doesn't lose him too much time, I'd say about 3 seconds. Ooh, now that's really bad though. You want to really spin jump so you can easily get up there, but instead bonking, going all the way down, still having to wait for Mario to stop having a concussion so he can move again. That'll lose him a lot more time. All in all, pretty bad reds for SB. Meanwhile, Tom Dollar coming up to the secret stage. Will Tom Dollar make use of this opportunity to try and catch up to SP? We'll have to wait and see. Oh, he's bonking there, being a bit too much through the bug. Now having to wait for Cubicis, that actually loses him quite a lot of time. Not too much, but again, any time lost is time you can't gain. SB now coming up to the first RNG part of this run, the second Pianta fight. Now, we do the same thing here as we did in the last fight, we just spray him full of water and we jump out on him. But before we can do that, Pianta decides to fly for some reason, and we have to spray him down, and we can only spray him down at certain spots. And he needs to fly to those certain spots, and his flight pattern is completely random. Also, when he lands, he can do a little tornado, which loses about these 2 seconds. That's also completely random. So let's see. Tornado, we do have a tornado. You can't spray him when he's tornadoing. So again, you have to wait there. Ooh, Tumblr almost missing it. But getting the skip. You love to see it. Alright. I don't know exactly what a good RNG is in this, but if Pianta doesn't stop right here, it should be pretty bad, but it does seem like he does. Nice. Tom Delvin now going into the reds. This time not getting a tornado. You love to see it. Tom Dollar showing what you actually need to do there. Get that really cool spin throw. Get up there. SB, I think, actually has a pretty good RNG here, as Pianta didn't move that far. Again, I'm not too familiar with this game, so I don't know what's good. But in my eyes, that seemed pretty hella good. Yes, considering the splits and thinking that he did make quite a bunch of mistakes on reds, that does suggest that was a pretty good pattern for SP. Let's hope Tom Dollar can get the same. Oh wait, I forgot to do this. Alright. SB now opening up Gelato Beach, where we will be seeing Gelato Beach skip. Which can get problematic at some points, but should be no problem for most runners. Tom Dollar now starting off beyond the fight. Again, the first one. Let's see. Does he get tornado? He does not. That's good to see. So yeah, having some interesting sets for Watermelon. Tom Dollar seems like not having the greatest pattern. Having to wait for quite a bit for a second hit. Oh, you hate to see it. Moving again. So not quite as good as Valak as SP had. But he did have the cleaner reds. Up until the final hit of Pianta now. Not having any tornadoes though, for as of now. SB finishing up Gelato Beach with a quick kill on Shadow Mario. She does get the last shine. I would say he's having a pretty decent run until now. Tom Dollar is losing quite a lot of time with that RNG up beyond the fight. You hate to see it. SB coming up to beyond the village now. Normally you have to get the rocket to get up here. We just don't want to. It takes time. So we just get up. First stage of beyond the village, the jumplets. Need to get them into the water. On the shot. Oh, I'm not sure if that's gonna make it. Is very good. Now for the last one, should be pretty easy, and it is. Good jumplets. Meanwhile, Tom Dollar is going up to also be doing the GBS. Ooh, having to spray a bit of water so you can get the clean watermelon. Also going up the tree instead of spraying the watermelon down. But it does get the far throw. And that looks pretty clean setup. And get to the easy asses. SB having to fight the hardest fight now. Ooh. 1998. What a good year that was. What a good year. Remember? Remember 1998? But yeah, this is just the auto scroller. It doesn't go faster if you get right to the checkpoint earlier. Which Good But a Quick in SM64 does. So there's no real reason to get there as fast as you can. Tom Dollar now finishing up Gelato Beach as well. Clean kill on Shadow Mario. Speed now coming up to before, where we will be doing a damage glitch, or so to say, where you use the invincible frames after you get damaged to go over the lava, saving us a buttload of time from any other route. As we having no troubles with that whatsoever. Tondala now coming up to the first shrine of Beyond the Village, which is the Chomplets again. Chomplet 1, Chomplet 2, and now Chomplet 3. Seems to be no problem whatsoever. SB coming up to the big chain Chomplet, which we have to get into the big water. And there's some weird spread where if you just hang on to the back of him, he just kind of moves faster. And then we just let him go here so we can actually spray him. And then get him in instantly. If he grabs here, there we go. Clean as can be. $10. Now also coming up to seriously tough shiny. You have to go extremely fast to beat this man. SB coming up to Pianta 5, which I think is the secret. Where with a bit of RG he can get a pretty fast cycle. If he doesn't get it, he wastes about 20-30 seconds. So this could, if he doesn't get it, that could be the major time save that $10 might be looking for to get his team back into the race. But it's all RNG, so you never know. Basically, these chucklas need to chuck you over. Oh, and how long can he wait? That's some seriously bad RNG on SP's part. Probably not getting the cycle. What you want is these first few chucklas or so to not stop at all, and this last chuckler to stop a lot so you can catch him on the cycle and get to the shine as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, SP not getting the no stop for the few chucklas, so not even seeing if we could get the cycle. Meanwhile, $10 having clean lava boost. And SP finishing up the end 5 without the rope for male cycle, unfortunately. Up until now, knock on wood, but I haven't seen any major mistakes on both ends of the part. I think the most major mistake that's actually mechanical, that's not RNG, was an SB in his Bianco Reds, but that only lost him a tiny sliver of time. Except for that, I haven't seen many big mistakes from either of these members. SB now doing one of the most IL run stages, as it does have an in-game timer, where you need to clean up these chakras, which are sprayed in blue as big as time. Yes, the biggest timeout was PD, but I meant the biggest timeout that they could do something about mechanical error, like I said, non-RNG. If we count RNG, PD Piranha for Tom Dollar definitely by far was the biggest timeout. SB not getting the cleanest sticks. Struggling a bit. Maybe Tom Dollar can take advantage of that. But first up, for Tom Dollar, the 5th shrine. Let's see, can he get the cycle? Can he get the luck? Probably not, as this game hates everyone that plays it. You know how it is. But we'll see. Meanwhile, SB getting a quick kill on Shadow Mario. Tom Dollar not having to wait for that Chuckster. Not sure if this one was as good as it could be. Probably not. And not being able to get the cycle as well. Oh, and now he's also waiting. Which makes him lose even more time as he needs to quickly get around actually so Tom Dollar can get the shine. Tom Dollar really having trouble with RNG. Meanwhile, SB getting pretty average RNG. I'd say the PD was insanely good, but the non-Romel cycle kind of like averaged it out. He's going for Honey Skip. He got it. With Honey Skip, what we do, because there's like a cutscene trigger at a certain point in the stage, definitely in the plaza when you get up there. So what we do is we don't want any cutscene scores. What we do is we get outside the map where you die if you touch the ground for too long, and we enter the cutscene area as soon as we die, making us skip the cutscene on spawning right on Inner Park enter. Here another cutscene skip where you just exit area as we enter the cutscene. For some reason that skips it as well. That one a lot easier than the honey skip. We want Tom Dollar. Now also clean up. Let's see what his in-game time was. I believe SB's was the 209. So if you can get any higher than that, then he is safe timer for SB. Oh, not getting the quick spawn from this one either. That's what SB also struggled with. Meanwhile, SB's doing that Mega Bowser fight. Pretty sure you got a pretty clean one. No misses. Oh, Tom Dollar bonking there. So actually losing about 3 seconds, but even more as he gets another bonk there. Not being able to quickly get over to the mayor to get his shine. But again, Tom Dollar being the unfavorable runner in this game against his opponent. But this is a relay race. If he plays on average better than SB does on average, he will be able to help the team. SB now getting quick enter there into the secret. Not much going on here. Meanwhile, Tom Dollar finishing up. Not getting quite the fast Shadow Mario kill you want to see, but getting it quick enough. And SB finishing up the secret. Dumbledore also gonna be going for Honey Skip, it seems like. See if he can get it. See if he can get the setup. He needs to go a lot more to the right here, and he is. Not sure if he got it there. See on the respawn. He did though. That will help him. Love to see it. Meanwhile, SB going into a fairly mechanical map here. Pinna Reds. Really need to get the cycle at the beginning there of the ship. Otherwise the backups are quite messy. But it seems like he has no problems with this. Oh, and just as I say that, commentator's curse. He misses the last red, losing quite a lot of time. I hate to see it. You know, Tom Dollar's getting to pin 1 now. Having to shoot some rockets. Let's see if he can land them all in his first try. First rocket. Going up. Ooh, that looked very late, and I'm pretty sure he got blocked there. No hit on the first rocket. You hate to see it. Ooh, that's rocket. Not sure if that one hit. Actually, it seemed like it did. SB now waking up. These Aggie boys. He needs to get all 5 killed in a pretty quick instance, so he cannot lose much time on cutscenes. And he did seem to get it. Not Tom Dollar finishing up the first shine of pin apart. SB really taking the lead even further for his team, which is to be expected. His PB is quite a lot better than Tom Dollar's. He's just giving Bliplo as much time as he needs to finish XMO. Make sure that doesn't catch up. But maybe he'll lose some time in SMS. He'll show. We will never know until we watch, until it happens. SB now going for 3YG. We're going to the 3rd shine stage. But now that we've unlocked Yoshi, we can do some pretty finicky stuff with him. So what we do here, we need, for Pinna 6, we need a red or orange Yoshi to get into the Ferris wheel. Now normally we can't do that in any other stage, but for some reason the park is unloaded in every stage. But if we can just get past this wall, get past the loading zone, and make a moving platform, we can get into the unloaded park where the Ferris wheel is still active and get into the Pinna 6 secret, skipping Pinna 5, which saves us quite a bit of time. SB getting it pretty cleanly there. I don't see any problems. You know, Tom Dollar getting into reds, hopefully gets it as clean as SB got. SB waiting there a bit. Pretty sure that's actually the strat. Does he make it up? He did. Thank God. Ooh. Not sure what this strat is from Tom Dollar. Not quite getting the 7th red coin there. Oh, and getting down again. Actually opting to stay down to make sure he doesn't get electrocuted. Which is fair. Bit of sloppiness on $10 with the reds. But nothing too major. He did back it up quite fine. Meanwhile, SP now going to the Shadow Mario stage. Can he get the quick kill? Does seem like it. And he will be leaving Pinner Park to go to, I believe, Rico Harbor, but we'll have to see. Actually, it's Serena, if I have to believe splits. And I don't know if that's intentional. Maybe it is. Maybe that's faster. But he might also just accidentally. Ooh, Tom Dollar not quite getting the 5 kills, leaving 1 alive. And Tom Dollar also confirming that strat doesn't need save time. SP having a bit of trouble grabbing the fruit here to open up Yoshi so he can get into Serena. Tom Dollar finishing off the final one. Or the final cutscene, so to say. And he too will probably be going for 3 RG. What to see? Maybe not. I don't know what his spreads are. And SP getting into another RNG portion of the run. It's actually quite debatable if it's RNG, but I would say it's RNG. The Manta Ray fight. What you want to do here is you want to split up this Manta Ray in as tiny as you can be, as quick as possible. You want to get the big boys first. Not doing the hut manip, instead opting for this other manip. Seeming to work for him. Ooh. Not quite getting every big boy, but let's see how quick he can get into the purple phase. When all the bigger boys are out, the smaller ones, as you can see, go purple, and they go after SP, so they're no longer random, and he can kill him quicker. Wait, Tom Dollar going for the one setup, not getting it, going back in. I have to do it again. I hate to see it. Alright, let's see, can he keep it in this time? And he does. That actually does save time, but Tom Dollar messing up the first time. Losing a bit of time on that. But that is quite a fancy strat. You have to give props to Tom Dollar for pulling it off in the race. As SP didn't even go for it. SP also, what it seems like, getting a pretty decent Manta fight. Having a pretty decent run overall. Well, Tom Dollar does have the occasional hiccups here and there. But that's what you expect from a top runner against also a pretty good runner. But not quite at the top. Ooh, and that's what you mean with special occasions where you die. This one costing probably the most time out of all of them up until now. That sends you all the way back to the start of the secret. And he has to do all the movement again. As he died probably at the end of the stage. Oh, and dying again, not quite getting where he wants to be. Tom Dollar losing major time now on the secret stage. And I say that SP is on the Serena secret stage. Get it quite clean. So you can Tom Dollar not die here again. And he doesn't. Now let's just hope he can grab this shine. Meanwhile, SP grabbing Serena 2 shine. Not quite getting the crate grab, but not at least not dying. And that's all we wanted. Okay, now coming up to what I believe to be the banana clip, which is a pretty easy shine if you know what you're doing. Should be no problem except for maybe getting up there with the banana. But a runner from his level shouldn't have any problems with that, as he doesn't. And there you have the cleanest Serena tree you can have. Tom Dollar now finally getting out of Peter Park by killing the Shadow Mario. And moving on to greater things. And we'll probably, if my eyes don't deceive me here, we'll see a route difference. SP going into Serena first, but Tom Dollar seems like he's going into Rico Harbor first. I believe that's the difference with the safe warp. Tom Dollar taking a bit more risk here by not saving, but I believe that's so. Be going into Serena 4, another secret stage. There's a lot of, originally in this stage we do a lot of like RNG stuff or stuff that's just generally hard and annoying. But by jumping over it, we can just skip that all, get straight into the secret stage. And as you can see, Tom Dollar indeed going into Rico Harbor. So there's the right difference. Be getting a nice end to a secret stage. Tom Dollar just making great work of this boss battle. I believe Serena 5 to be the King Boo fight, which is, I believe, the last portion of RNG of this whole run. As for the King Boo fight, we need to get a fruit cycle to get a hit on him. And with every cycle that isn't a fruit, we lose some time. In every after every fruit we get a guaranteed garbage cycle, but every cycle that isn't a fruit after that loses about 8 seconds. And it's completely RNG which one you get. Tom Dollar, meanwhile, coming up into the blooper race. Oh, getting a quick entrance, you'll have to see. SP having the first hit. And King Boo. And here is first guaranteed garbage cycle, no time lost yet. Tom Dollar. Ooh, not quite getting up there first try, losing quite a bit of seconds. But still getting the shine at least. No extra cycles. for SB for now. Let's see how that continues. He needs one more, I believe. But first, here comes the garbage cycle again. And he is getting the fruit cycle. No extra cycles, if I'm correct. That is insane. His luck throughout this run has been pretty good. Aside from the Ramada cycle, I don't seem to remember a point where he didn't get perfect luck. So to say. Some dollar now coming up to crit grab. Just about has the height to get in there. SB now going into Arena 6 for just a cleanup. And this is where version differences come into play. SB is playing on the Japanese version, which has a lot of a harder cleanup. We need to clean up a lot more goop, and we also need to clean up invisible goop. Making sure to get all that goop, as he does need to get all of it before he can actually grab his shine from the hotel owner. Ooh, Tom Dollar not getting into the secrets, seems like. And again, not quite getting up there. That's gonna lose him some time. SB finished up with a 217, which for the Japanese version, I think actually is pretty alright. Although I'm not sure, so don't quote me on that. $10 Mimo in one of the hardest secret stages. But he seems to manage it well. And he finished it up quite cleanly, no mistakes here, except for the entrance. SB only having to kill Shadow Mario to finish up Serena now. And I'm pretty sure he had quite a clean Serena. Love to see it. Nothing major yet for SB on the mistake department. Tom Don having a bit of finicky movement. Ooh, bonking on the moving platform there. And finally getting into the boss fight. SB now coming into Noki Bay. One of the hardest stages in Sunshine. A lot of mechanical movement here. And we see that instantly in the first stage, where SB is trying to get as quickly as he can to the mole, which is shooting out bomb, so he can kill him. And no problems here, it seems like. Very good from SB. He is on the cycle to get here, I think. So if he didn't get here as quickly as he did, he would lose a lot more time. Right, please update the game. I'm a commentator, so I cannot do that. So I hope there's some mods going on here. I can update the game for me. We're not playing Super Mario 64. This is Super Mario Sunshine. No, we just wait. Ooh, Tom Dollar with an interesting camera there. I've never seen that before. And thank you for that. The stream has been updated. Getting up to the second line where we'll do a clip through the wall. With the clip actually not being the hardest part of this, it's actually getting up to the spring that lets us clip through the wall. This clip is actually quite easy. You can do it at home if you want. Just follow exactly what he did. Get into the corner and just use that spring. But yeah, no major mistakes from SB. He's just cruising through. This surely will give Fliplo the lead he needs to beat Dancer. But maybe commentator Curse will choke some areas too. Meanwhile, Tom Dollar finishing up Rico Harbor with the Shadow Mario fight. Finally, I'm getting to move on with what seems like to be Serena. Speed now going to the reds. You might think this movement seems pretty easy. I can tell you it is not. This movement is jank as all hell can be. But no problems for SP. She's finishing now. Tomzala going into Bianco, finishing it up. First up by going into the secret. Getting a nice water slide in there. Meanwhile, SP is gonna move into the eel fight, where he will have to clean some to pressure teach kids. This eel fight also a bit cycle based. We can only clean his tooth at certain times. So let's see how many teeth he can clean on his first try. Got Tom Dollar finishing up. Bianco 6. Cleanly. Alright, here we go. First tooth, sprayed, good. Second tooth, sprayed, good. Third one, fourth one, fifth one. Can we get a sixth? Can we get a sixth? We do get a sixth. That's pretty fucking good. We don't really know, but looking at how many mistakes that were made, seems like SB is in a considerable lead, as he hasn't made any major mistakes yet. And right there, also getting a really good eel fight. Also getting cutscene skip trigger where you can actually move after cutscene. So no problems for SB yet. Tumblr finishing up Bianco 7. Moving on to Serena. This time for real. Meanwhile, SB going into Nook B5, which is probably the hardest shine in all of existence. Probably no discussion about that. This just is the hardest shine. Now for real, it's another auto-scroller. Re-race this guy. The only time you can lose is from getting to the guy. Let's see which route does SP take. No scenic routes, you hate to see it. Just getting in there quickly. Tom Dollar getting into the Manta fight. I'm praying for him so that he gets some good Manta. As he probably deserves it with the RNG he's been getting. See, not moving on to the hot fight yet. Seems like doing the same minute as SP. Let's see how that works out for him. Oh, not quite getting the big boys popped as early as you'd like to have. Also getting bopped. And bopped again. Oh, but that's pretty early purple, I would think. So not the worst meta. Oh. Grabbing the fountain there. That's gonna lose him a bit of time. So all in all, decent enough mandatory fight for $10. Could have been faster. You know, SB is into the most movement-based stage, the secret stage in this run, I would say. Noki 6. He gets the ham cycle. These packs are on the cycle. So you really want to get to them quickly to get some nice movement going. And SB did just that. Meanwhile, SB finishing up Noki. All he has to do now after the rewards is finish up Bianco, which just do shrines and then go into Rico. Meanwhile, $10 still has to finish up Serena, and after that, finish up the whole Noki Bay. $10 isn't quite as far as into Serena she would hope to see at this point. Oh, not getting into the secret quite there. I don't know how it didn't get there, but it looked like it should have. But I guess not. Gonna lose him a bit more time. Bonking as well. In the watermelon block. You hate to see it. You must be going to Bianco. Ooh, Tomono scaring me there with that dive. Almost looked like he was gonna fall off, but he knows what he's doing. And does get the secret pretty cleanly. SP now moving into the secret as well. See, what does he do here? He just goes for the spin, jump, no problems there, although it looked pretty close. So almost dying there. Luckily it's not the worst of deaths. Should do spawn pretty close. Now a worse death would be over here, as you have to do the whole Cubus outer scroller bit again. But SP, being the top player he is, showing no signs of dying here. Meal Tom Dollar going into the banana clip, getting it as cleanly as he can. For some reason, when you throw fruits, or fruits just break rolls in this game. We have it with the GBS, Gelato Beach skip, we have it with the banana clip. There are other banana clips in this game, but we don't do them in this specific route. We do them in 120 shines, but for any percent, there's no reason to get them at all. You know, not getting a quick roll quite on Youngest 7, Shadow Mario, but having a clean backup, so not losing too much time there, luckily. As he will be moving on into Rico Harbor. Milton Dollar moving into Serena 4. Also skipping it, of course. Ooh, not quite getting a spin jump there. He's got an interesting backup though. Ooh. Thank God he didn't roll out there. That would have probably been a dead. But not sure if that backup saved in any time for just instead of just waiting. But hey, we're here for the cool movement. That's all we're here for. So props to Tom Dollar for that. And just having the normal ending. SP now moving on to the last stage, Rico Harbor for him. And his first fight should be no problem at all. Tom Dollar going into the King Boo fight now. SB having no extra cycles at all. Let's hope Tom Dollar gets the same. But as we've seen throughout this race, Tom Dollar having the worst of the two, luck-wise. But let's see what happens here. Speed going into the blooper race now. Hopefully getting a quick entry, which he does. Tom Dollar in the King Boo fight now. And his first fruit cycle. Now getting a garbage. Let's see, hope. I'm not even gonna say it. I don't want to jinx anything. Luckily, he does get the fruit cycle on the first way there. Now he just needs to get one more. And hoping for no extra cycles. Speed getting a pretty clean blooper race there. It's a blooper race, but we can also just do it with Mario as we are faster than any blooper. With the right movement, at least. And if it commentator curse getting an extra cycle. You hate to see it. See, getting pretty clean shine here. Had a bit of trouble the side jumps there, but not losing any time whatsoever on that. My mouth is already parched. I haven't even gone to SMO yet. And SMO commentating, for me at least, is a lot more intense than SMS. Anyway, Top Dollar now also doing the cleanup. He too is on the Japanese version, I believe, so you have to clean up some invisible goop. And overall just has harder restrictions on how much goop does need to be cleaned. Getting electrocuted there, that's gonna lose him some time. I see you cannot clean while you're getting electrocuted. Speed onto the pack secret stage. With what seems to be no problems at all. It seems to be what SB's been getting this whole run. No problems at all. Top Dollar having not the best cleanup if you compare to SB's cleanup. That's gonna lose him some time. Now moving on to the blooper refight, which is pretty easy, except for getting there. Getting there seems to be quite a big problem for most runners. As SB doesn't get there quite clean, but no major problems, which we did see with Tom Dollar, unfortunately. But I have to say, unless SB chokes in Corona Mountain, Danster will have to run a hell of a run to catch up. Not that Tom Dollar or Stormwader were playing bad, it's just that SB and Wilco are playing so insanely good. They're playing extremely close to BB that it's just very, very difficult to catch up them. WEEB team is also the favorite to win if you look at combined PBs. So the run they're getting here, the relay they've been getting here, is just absolutely insane. Tom Dollar moving into Noki Bay finally. He's also in his last stage now. Hopefully also getting the cycle. Not quite clean hammer, but does seem to get the cycle. Meanwhile, SB is moving on to the reds. Now this looks pretty easy, but any bonk with the blooper and it's an instant death, meaning you have to start all over again for the stage. So whilst the movement for top level runners is pretty easy, you can't help but have hard palpitations while doing this shine. As any mishap can mean a death run. SB finalizing Rico Arbor by grabbing the last Shadow Mario, getting the clean kill on it as well. And he will be moving on to Corona Mountain. $1 getting the clean clip. How much faster is it doing weekly last? I don't think it's faster, but it's safer. That's from what I've been getting, but I'm not the pro here. I'm a SMO speedrunner trying to commentate SMS as best as I can. But that's what I've heard. It is actually a bit slower, but it is safer. Yes, that's because he did Serena earlier. Because of the safe warp, I assume. That's why SP is doing Rika last. It shouldn't save any major time. See, will he go for fast Corona? I'm not quite sure what fast Corona looks like. But that's not it. That's for sure not it. Going a bit safer, which is no problem at all. Corona Mountain is the place where runs die. And where hopes and dreams also die. So in a race setting, it is completely normal to not go for fast Corona, especially when you have a lead such as this. You do not want to throw it out. Indeed, race strats rather than PB strats. Especially if you're ahead, like this.
Sure is, Papa.
And if he's here, I would suggest Bliplo be readying up to go. SP's very, very close to finishing.
Don't you ever give up.
Mario, how dare you disturb my family vacation?
Waiting for the death done. SP should be giving in racer coordination when he's done, as there's probably still a bit of lag between me. So that's where Bliplo should be getting notification. Let's see, does he get boot? Ooh, not quite getting the first round out that he needed. Just barely not being on the right part of the platform. But backs it up. It's on to the last one. And he finishes up no problem with a 1:15.37. That's actually insane. That's actually insane. Jesus Christ, SB. We got Tom Dollar going for the 6-tooth eagle first. Doesn't quite get it. And we'll move to Bliplo. Let's see, I'll move the audio to Tom for now. I don't hear any audio, unfortunately, but we'll just have to deal with that for now. Oh, Tom finishing up the eel fight now. Does get the cutscene skip. So yeah. I don't know if you can hear this. Alright, seems like Tom Dollar's audio not working, so we're just moving to Bliplo's. And finally, a game I can commentate normally. So this is Mario Odyssey. In Mario Odyssey, we just go into kingdoms, we get some rooms, some moons, and we go out. Starting off in caffeine. But yeah, SP, you're totally nuts. Wilco, also totally nuts. You've given Bliplo some insane time to be ahead and make this final part of the relay. Might also be giving some pressure to perform here, as both his team is performed considerably well. So we'll have to wait and see. There he goes for the left side. One of the strats found. It's a bit hard to do, but essentially you just make a big jump land on the fence and get there. Also have a pretty clean chopper fight and leaving cap with no mistakes. How did the SM64 part go? For the Weeps team, it went insanely well. Wilco was on PB pace up until the last level, where he lost his PB due to throws, but still insanely close. Meanwhile, Storm Raider, he's a bit rusty. He's a micro speedrunner now. You know how it is. So they finished about 2.5 minutes apart, with Wilco being in front. And SP just now continue that lead considerably. But Bliplo is up against a middle opponent, Dansta 2106. He has been grinding the category a lot lately. He has been extremely consistent in his races. So, if Bliplo messes up massively, Dancer will probably take that opportunity to gain some time on him. Been told that they're having some trouble getting into the Noki 6 secret. This whole stage in Noki 6 is just extremely hard. The secret's hard, getting in there is hard, everything's hard. Ooh, Tom Dollar also getting the hemp cycle. I actually didn't expect that from runner with his PB, but I'm not gonna complain. That's insane. That's great. Meanwhile, Bliplo's in the mad and brutal fight. What we do here is we set Cappy up, then we jump onto the golden chain jump, make him stop moving, and then we release Cappy so he gets one head off, and then we capture him afterwards. Bliplo having a bit of trouble with the mad and brutal fight, not quite getting a quick kill as quickly as you want, but that doesn't lose any major time. So we'll be fine. Tandala getting the easy quick kill on the Noki 7. There is a quicker kill, but it's quite hard, so it's not something we do in a race setting. Most people don't do. So, what would gold team need? Tom have perfect Corona and Blippo would have like Miss Knucklip and have an Alpha Mega Wiggler RNG. A lot more. A lot more. If Bliplo misses Nutclip, he loses like 30 seconds if he has a good reroute. With Alpha Mega Wiggler RNG, he might get third cycle, he might get second cycle. With Bliplo is a pretty good runner. He's better than me. At his level, most Wiggler patterns should be no problem to him. What we need is for Bliplo to maybe mess up Mega Brutal. And Bowser, there's a lot of time wasted. You die very quickly. Upcoming Sand, there are some places where he can lose insane amounts of time. And if he goes for Lake Lip, which I presume he does, he can mess it up as well. There's no RNG that can make Bliplo lose. It's all on his execution, basically. What can happen instead of missing the nut clip is having bad nut clip OB movement and moving into the deep wooded, which basically automatically loses like 2 minutes. That would really help gold team get back up. Bliplo now going to setting the seed into the pot. Now normally the seed will need to grow for 20 minutes before you can actually collect the moon, but we have done something before the run which you didn't even see. We set the timer so that when he enters this sub room, DSTA, Daylight Saves Time, so the clock goes 1 hour in advance. skips 1 hour, and the 20 minutes have magically passed and we can grab the moon. Meanwhile, Tom Dollar finalizing the SMS. Hopefully he doesn't get pooped. Hopefully he doesn't die. Probably not. But you never know what can happen. And he will relay his time onto Dansta, which Dansta has a major challenge now. Try and catch up. Try and save his team from elimination. But he pretty much needs to get some help from Bliplo in that. Bliplo pretty much needs to mess up some parts for Dancer to catch up enough. Not to say that it isn't possible. Very much not. But he will have to play out his might. That's all I have to say. Oh, Bliplo getting the dram strat where we leave our Cappy up with the bullet bill, just chilling next to him. And then after we have the moon, we shake, making us capture the bullet bill and getting up there quickly. That's one of the parts where he can lose quite a bit of time in the sun. And he didn't mess it up at all. Oh, he's going for the reroute. Now, normally we go up here with a bullet bill, but it's actually been found to be faster if we do this, get these moves earlier, and do a bullet bill manip, which is coming up after this moon. Oh, but that bump will deny that bullet bill manip, so he will lose quite a bit of time here. But if he can capture this bullet bill, he can make sure the time loss is minimal. Meanwhile, Dansta moving up to left side here, having no trouble with it at all. Dansta being known as one of the best Cap IL runners to ever live. He used to have the best IL time in this. It has been overtaken by Hader recently. But still, he's one of the best. Bliplo doing him. Oh, yeah, I already thought he's doing quite a weird setup for the insta spin throw. So he did not get the insta spin throw, unfortunately. Which loses him about 3 seconds. All in all, no major mistakes in sand for Bliplo. He's just cruising along. Which is unfortunate for Gold Team, as they desperately need Bliplo to make some mistakes. Man, my voice is gonna hurt after this. Thank you, Tom Dollar, for the raid. Ooh, Dancer going for DSS. Probably because he knows that he's very far behind. He needs to make up all the time. This is a strat where he basically jump into a bit of the wall. It's a very small part of the wall and jump up so we can skip the Odyssey's cutscene. But it usually isn't performed in a race setting, as it is basically a 50-50 if you get it. It does save quite an amount of time, but it also loses quite a bit of time. But that is pretty insane that he did get it in a race setting. You want Bliplo into late clip? Nope. Oh! That's a fake clip there. We want to get Cappy through the wall, so we can jump on him and get into the wall. But sometimes Cappy is through the wall, but we can't jump on him. And there's a very little visual cues to tell if it's real clip or fake clip, if you can jump on Cappy or not. He got the fake clip, but backed it up pretty cleanly, getting the real clip next try. DSS, of course, standing for Dance and Speed versus Threat. No, but what it really stands for is Dino Skip Skip, as we use the Dino to get up to the meta we will fight normally, and that's Dino Skip, where we skip that skip, Dino Skip Skip, you know how it is. Also, going for the chest clip, Chest Moon is a bit faster to get if you get the clip, but the clip is not as consistent for most people, so it's a pretty high level strategy, but that's making it seem like it's nothing. Let's hope that continues on for the race, as that will make Dance be able to catch up a bit. Meanwhile, Bliplo finalizing his lake, not a bad lake in any means whatsoever, not the best, certainly, but definitely not bad. Bliplo basically continued the legacy of his teammates, making no major mistakes whatsoever. He does make a few minor, but nothing major at all. But that can all change right here in this kingdom. This is one of the hardest kingdoms upcoming for Bliplo here, Wooded Kingdom, where we do a very difficult route, not clip, we basically grab a moon and do some weird movement before we grab the moon that makes us clip into the wall. And then we do some insane out-of-bound movements. But a runner of his caliber, of Bliplo's caliber, should be able to do that pretty easily. But remember, runners nervous are in here and not getting the quick not getting the quick rock kill and then confusing the rocks, actually killing the wrong rock. You hate to see it. We will Dancer, which is going to Sandbox, but seems like no problems at all. Also from VSTA. Very nice. Let's see, Bliplo probably going for the tree route here, where we placed the run moon for this tree moon, which we're about to get here. Yep. So that rock moon movement that Bliplo did there is probably the first, the mistake that lost the most time for now. It's not a major mistake, I would say, but it is quite bad. Dan's having a bit of trouble with Archmoon, but let's see how it performs on that Dram. Dan's also, Bliplo getting the nut-clip. Oh, Dan's not leaving his cap up there, not being able to get Dram. That's gonna lose him quite a considerable amount of time. Giving Bliplo more breathing room than he already has. Bliplo also having no trouble getting up. And that was very, very clean OLB movement. Ooh, that's not being able to keep Bliplo alive, unfortunately. That's having a pretty bad design right now. Oh, SpeedGaming, thanks for the raid. I didn't even notice. This is the Sandbox relay. We're into the final game now. It's SMO. It's Dansta versus Bliplo. Bliplo with a considerable lead, which he has been given by his team. But Dansta, being the better player, might be able to make up the time he needs to win for his team. Dansta does get the reroute that Bliplo was trying to do cleanly. But overall having a worse stand than Bliplo, unfortunately. Bliplo having no trouble with the triple jump on the fence. Overall, Bliplo has been having a few minor mistakes here and there, but nothing major at all. He's just been cruising along, playing the game as fast as he can. Dan's now going up to notes, not getting the first note. Being a bit premature there with the dive, or just not having the best spin throw to start with. That's gonna lose him some more time. Bliplo now moving down. We don't do the boss fight here. Can't even do it because we didn't do the Piranha Starry Moon. Pretty click nut around the corner there. And he will be moving on to flooded pipes. This is a section with quite a movement intensive section, but most people just have it down to muscle memory. Oh, not getting the long jump there. This is a cycle-based stop room, so that will lose him considerable amount of time. So water keeps rising and falling, rising and falling. We need to be on a specific cycle to be as quick as possible. And Bliplo just not being on that cycle, that's gonna lose him some major time. Meanwhile, Dansta coming into lake. He will also be doing a lake clip. There should be no difference in route in lake between Bliplo and Dansta. Hopefully he does not get any fake clips here. We'll see. Having to set it up a second time, but doing it as fast as he can, as he is Dansta. And having no trouble with lake clip at all. Meanwhile, Bliplo's moving into the Cloud Kingdom, where we have our first Bowser fight. There should be no problem here, but he might go for... Oh, he does. Oh, he went for the Cloud Boost. That's what I was trying to say. But depending on how you do it, you get a better boost, you get a worse boost, or you just don't get the boost at all. And that's what we saw there. Instead, just dying, but not having the worst death. I should just respawn right there. The PvP difference between Bliplo and Dansta, I believe Dansta's high, like a 5900, 5859. And Bliplo is a mid 101, high 101, something like that. So that's about 2.5 minutes difference in PvP. But Dansta has been grinding the category a lot lately, and I would say he's the more consistent of the two players. Bliplo having no problem with Cloud boss fight. We do some fast head stretch where we get the heads pretty fast, but there should be no problem for Bliplo or Dansta getting the fast heads. What could be a problem though is the next stage for Bliplo, Lost Kingdom. We do a weird reroute here because we do a weird route here because there's a certain section where if we walk on there at the beginning, Kletter will steal Cappy. So we try to skip that by going up this tree, which Gelato is having major trouble with. He just cannot get up this tree. Finally gets it. And then we go over to this platform and we grab some quick wins. Now Lost being... you can lose a lot of time in Lost, as Cappy can, if you walk on the wrong platform, be stolen, which triggers a cutscene and you need to get Cappy back, which loses about a minute, I would say. Or all the purple acid is instant death. And deaths are just, depending on where you are in the kingdom, could be major to minor time loss. And there we activate Gelato so that we can actually walk onto the platforms that would normally activate him. To grab the rest of the moons to get out of here. Ooh, not getting quite a quick boxes there. Having to get himself hit. Every time you get hit in this game and you grab a moon and you don't have full HP, you get a refill which loses about 2 seconds. So we want to get hit as little as possible. That's now getting not flipped. Insane out of bound movements. Now going up the ramp, we'll see some more insane movements probably, unless he chokes it. But having a quick backup, as pro runners do. Very nice. Very nice from Dance's part there. Also very nice from Bliplo, not dying or losing major time being lost. As he will be moving on to Metro Kingdom, which is basically split into 2 parts, Night Metro and Day Metro. In Night Metro we need to fight Mega Wiggler, then we can go into Day Metro where we can actually collect some quick moons. The Mega Wiggler fight is the only major part of the run with RNG in it, as the pattern that the Mega Wiggler uses is RNG. Oh, Bliplo not getting up there. Not having quite the height needed. So I have to do it again. That actually loses quite a lot of time. Meanwhile, Dancer just cruising through with it. Yeah, this beginning section of Night Metro also being quite difficult, as any mishap can make you fall down all the way in, and you need to get back up. Same for this section of Night Metro, down City Hall, where you basically need to get it up as quick as possible. We grab one moon here, chest moon, which is just nicely in the way. But Bliplo should have no problems getting to the studio. Meanwhile, Dansta having some insane moon grabs. Overall, just being pretty fast in this wooded. You'll have to see. Right. Staying. Cloud takes about 1.5 minutes. Then Lost takes about 2 minutes. And Night Metro takes about 3 minutes. So altogether, that's about 6.5 minute difference if Bliplo finishes Night Metro, which he doesn't before Danza finishes Wood. But we do see at least, I would say, about a 4.5 minute difference between the two runners. So again, Dansta being the faster runner, being the more consistent runner, will probably make up some time. But for him to actually win this race for his team, he'll have to hope for Bliplo to make a mistake. Bliplo getting a pretty nice pattern in the Mega Wiggler fight there. Not having any problems at all. Sometimes Mega Wiggler just likes to roll over himself, makes some parts of him very, very, very hard to shoot, as the hitboxes are extremely weird in this fight. But Bliplo having no trouble with that at all. That's now going into Cloud with Cloud Boost. Pretty clean Cloud Boost, which would you like to see. And then for right now, Physical Libra Cloud is basically an outscorer, but he does do some interesting here. He gets the hint art here, so we can get some coins. We need coins for buying the moon in snow, in wooded, and for Dance's case, he does a reroute in luncheon as well. He needs to also buy a moon in luncheon. Oh, Bliplo, not getting the scoot clip. There's some weird hitboxes while turning right and having the steering wheel all the way to the right, where you can just about get the moon with the scooter, but not getting it on his first try, unfortunately. Also prematurely capturing the pole there, and not capturing on his actual timing. Meanwhile, Dansta getting some insane movement in last. Ooh, and just as I say that, commentator's curse, everybody. Grabbing the ledge there. Now, I'm interested to see if Lippa will go for bullet building, which is a reroute of Metro. He probably will. He does. Okay, so what we do is we get slots. And we get slots in a pretty interesting way. We basically just spin throw and get all of them. Normally what the game wants you to do is just get them all one for one. Wait quietly. We just don't like to do that. Now he will go into bullet building, where he needs to get a pretty precise cycle for the builds to capture and quickly get out of here. So no mistakes here. See if we can get it. Can he get the capture? Does get it. Meanwhile, Dance, I'm missing triple cage. I didn't quite see it, but that is what happened. So we will have to go for the backup moon there. Ah, you hate to see. Also, bonking on the bridge. Not getting the moon. Respawning. I have to get back to the moon. A different strat. If he got the moon before he died, he would have not lost that much time. But he died before getting it. Now, normally what you do there, if you grab the moon, you do capture back on, as it is faster to roll back to the Odyssey. But since Klepto was activated again, and not deactivated because of the death respawn, he had to die there. Otherwise, Klepto would have seen him Cappy and he would have need to do that. So that's some pretty unfortunate big time loss on Dance's part there. It's not what you like to see if you're playing runner-up. If you're trying to catch up. We're Bliplo finalizing Metro. No major mistakes, thankfully. As he will be moving out after this moon. Warping to the Odyssey. And getting the hell out of here. No Densta. Showing off some pretty slick movement. Into Night Metro. Grabbing his first moves. Ooh, getting a weird roll there. Can he make it? He can. Doing a bit of what I like to call jumping movement there. To get as much airtime and just overall distance as possible. And he will be going for Guma Fuck. Where you go up into this platform. Do some insane charade bounces. Get up here. Quicker than the cycle can give. And then we will be moving on to Megalither. Meanwhile, Bliplo getting into the Snow Kingdom. Where we have a pretty restricted route here. There are only a few moons we can get before we complete the story moons of this. But the story moons of this kingdom are very, very slow, so we are basically forced to grab these few moons that are available to us. One of them being Captain Toad, Liplo not throwing his Cappy against Captain Toad. You love to see it. But making sure to destroy Captain Toad's igloo, making him probably freeze to death, that's what you hate to see. Disqualified. No, really not. Ooh, missing trampoline first, having a bit of trouble getting up here. Meanwhile, Dansta, missing one shot basically, but otherwise getting a perfect Mecha Wiggler, I would think. Livlo going for, no, not going for the clip here. You can do this another moon clip here. The same thing we did in Wooded. Saves about a second, but there's almost no drawback of going for it. And going into this sub room, which is cycle based, so you will need to get it on a certain cycle, which seems like he has. Also, not specifically not making sure to not kill all the Spinies, leaving one there. As killing the Spiny spawns the moon, and the closer you are to the moon, the less the camera moves. So that saves us a bit of time if we need to kill one more Spiny at the end there while we're closer to the moon spawning. Well, that's coming up to Scoot Clip. He shows how it's done in first try, getting drive-by like a madman. Diplo coming up to the worst sub area in this game, I would like to say. As this is probably the second part of the run with RNG in it, these Goombas can have like a specific walking pattern, which is pretty much RNG. Dansta not having the greatest movement at the beginning, making sure, unfortunately having the taxi be in front there. If you're really fast, the taxi will never be in front, but he made a few mistakes on the trash moon, so taxi was in front of him, making him bonk on it. And he too will be going for the building strats. But though now only needing the shop moon, and then he will go on to do Snowdram. A very weird jump on the top of the Odyssey, where we basically jump to a platform which we're not supposed to be able to go to, but I guess the developers weren't that good at jumping very far as we are. So we just get a specific angle and get up there, getting our last moon for Snow Kingdom. Does he get the cycle? Oh, not quite getting his cap stuck on the bullet bill. You want to have Cappy be above the bullet bill there so you can get an instant capture. But Dansta having his Cappy underneath the bullet bill, only hitting him once, you need to hit him twice. So he will not be getting the type save on that. But he makes up for it with this pretty sane triple jump. Meanwhile, Liplo moving on to Seaside. Now, Seaside is a bit of a weird kingdom, as most of the time we're just in the fish capture, and the only real hard part of this whole kingdom are the first and the third moon. First one up here, we need to do some specific movement to get up to this moon as quickly as we can. Trust me, that looks a lot easier than it is, and it already looks pretty hard. Then the second moon, which is basically free, He can do some fancy spin bounce here, but either way, you're not losing too much time. And then the third moon, which is the last hard part of this whole kingdom, basically. This 2D, 3D section has some very finicky movement. Mario doesn't quite jump all the time where you want to be. The moon isn't quite at the place you want to be. Mario's quite at the place you want to be. But Bliplo having no problems with that at all, as we will be moving on to the fifth section of this kingdom. And that's Seaside. That's it. Never mind. Bliplo basically losing more time in the fish section than in the actual hard part of this kingdom. And the fish section, we just basically swim around, grab some moons on the way, shake a bit. And also, at the end here, we'll do some fish clip, which is another out of bounds clip. This time with the recapture of the fish, because there's a specific spot where if we just basically swimming there and recapture the fish, we can get out of bounds. But it's very, very easy. So there should be no problems with that at all. We will then start moving on to snow. Let's see, does he also destroy the igloo that Captain Toad worked so hard on? He leaves a bit of space there for Captain Toad to make sure he doesn't quite freeze to death. You love to see it. Low getting the fish clip, getting last moon. The hardest part about the fish clip here is actually staying out of bounds. If you want to stay out of bounds to get into the sub area, if you get inbounds, you have to talk to the swings. Luckily, Bliplo having no such problems. As he will be moving on to Luncheon Kingdom, which I would say, personally, is the hardest kingdom in the game. It's also one of the longest ones. That's coming up to the clip here, getting it, seems like. And getting a quick entry into the sub area. That saves him a bit of time as well. Now he'll also need to get the cycle, but runner from his cleaver should have no problem getting that. Oh, that's really bad. That's really bad. He has to do this sub area. Oh no. He prematurely dived out there. He has to do this whole sub area again. Not having to grab that moon again, but still. That's really bad. Also having trouble with that final spiny. That's gonna lose him quite a lot of time. Miro Bliplo coming into the fruits. Boss fight of the luncheon here. It's pretty easy. We can do a bit of fast stretch where we throw our heads prematurely, same as we did with the Madame Brutal fight, if you remember that. Make sure Cappy gets the head off first and then we jump on him. Stanza will be moving on to Goomba Room, where you capture 4 Goombas to knock off a moon. But the ice physics in this room are quite jank. World cancels don't always work. And also Goombas, if they really want to, can just kill themselves. That's the worst RG you can get in this game, but it doesn't happen often. Meanwhile, Bliplo cruising to luncheon, showing off some pretty sick movement, spin pouting all over the place. Ooh, not quite getting the box there. You want to throw Cappy on a specific spot there so that he actually grabs the box you want to break. Bliplo not doing that quite. So I have to do it again. Also getting the wrong turn up. We want to get the golden turn up here, as that's the only one that gives us a moon. So just as I say that Bliplo is showing off some sick movement in luncheon, he chokes. Something screws everyone. Now I wonder, will he go for camera manipulus? He does not. That's unfortunate, as he did get the cycle. Ooh! And actually messes him up. What I mean with camera manipulus, these potable only spawn when the camera is like pointed at them or something like that. But in the beginner's route, I don't point the camera at that so that the potable spawns favorably. But if you're good enough, you don't have to do that. And you can just make the cycle. Bliplo not doing that, but doing the movement required to actually get the cycle. And actually losing time with it. So all in all, this luncheon is going pretty rough for Bliplo here. Meanwhile, Dan's then moving on to the second of the hardest part. Ooh, having the up throw dive there. If you're up into that type of roof, you can up throw and then dive into the cappy you just up through. Bliplo getting his cheese moon. Well, that's just swimming. Ooh, not quite getting the quickest potable capture, but basically not losing any time there because he did get it. Setting his cappy up so I can bounce into it with his spin bound, making this triple jump easier, and getting this behind the mountain moon. And after that he will capture me, and we'll get the story moon here, which gives him 3 moons actually. And that will finalize Luncheon Kingdom. Pretty rough Luncheon Kingdom for Bliplo. But nothing too major yet again. Meanwhile, Dansta also finishing up Seaside Kingdom. He will be moving on to Luncheon Kingdom. And I'm pretty sure we'll see a route difference here as Dansta does some insane luncheon route here. If you thought any of the movement so far was like pretty insane, pretty good, then make sure you watch Dance's screen right now as he moves into luncheon. This was a new reroute recently discovered to be faster, where we skip the first boss, so you skip actually all the story moons as they give us cutscenes and do something else. Bliplo moving into Ruined Kingdom, the most boring kingdom of all, takes about 3 minutes and it's basically an auto-scroller. Unless you die, which not many people do, ever, there's no time to be lost here basically. Alright, Dansta, into Luncheon Kingdom now. The first 2 moons he'll be doing are completely the same as Bliplo. But then he's gonna skip the boss fight area. We want to get to the back of the boss fight area, but the game doesn't allow that unless we do this insane jump. and does get it very nicely. And now he will get the slot smooth as well, I believe, which Bliplo skipped over. But first off, getting this move. So we'll see another spin throw strat. See if he can get it. Ooh, that position isn't as good, I think. But Dancer makes it look easy, as he always does. Now he'll be moving on. And something weird happens when we skip this boss fight area. None of the potable spawns. But we still want to get over there. We still want to get to the sub areas. So we do some lava boosts here. While normally you cannot throw Cappy after you've done lava. If you throw Cappy prematurely, you can still jump on him and get into the sub area easy as. It's one of the few occasions where we actually get hurt intentionally and get a refill intentionally, as it does save time in the long run. Now, he still doesn't have any potable, but he wants to get the same way as Bliplo did, so he does this movement, which is just bonkers. He specifically dives under the Cappy there. Ooh, not getting up there. That's unfortunate. Make sure you don't hit the Goomba. He did not. And he gets this golden turnip, which we will throw into the pot soon. By grabbing the turnip here, spin pounding to get some speed. Throwing him over here. Meanwhile, grabbing the other golden turnip. And getting 2 moons from this melting pot. Bliplo now finishing rune, going into Bowser. He has a considerable lead, but Bowser Kingdom is a kingdom where it's not as difficult as Wooded or Luncheon, I would say, but it is pretty difficult. And you can lose more time if you mess things up. For example, in the Mega Brutal fight. So again, another one to watch. Alright, but first off, Dancer getting this box moon. So, and we'll go the same way as Bliplo, but wait, there's just so much lava, how will he get over there? Well, we do this. Triple jump, cap throw against the invisible blocks, long jump over with the invisible blocks, and getting the behind the mountain moon. Insane. Then, since we cannot get the story moon, we'll go instead into this sub area, where we get some crit moons. Meanwhile, Bliplo going into the shards. This is another movement intensive part. But seems to have no major problems with it. Anyway, whatsoever. Meanwhile, Dancer now going back to the Odyssey, where we need one more moon, so we go up the Odyssey and go to this timer challenge, where we get our last moon. And that's the insane reroute. And to be honest, it's already insane that people can do this in a race setting. Alright, Bliplo going for Bowser Dram, but not quite getting it, as he does not throw his Cappy the right way. Not losing major time, but losing a bit of time. And we basically needed that or something from Bliplo right now to give Gold Team a chance of winning. Which can happen. Anything can happen. But Bliplo will probably be utterly focused on making sure that doesn't happen. And I do have to say, Bliplo has been playing pretty fucking good. He hasn't made any major, very, very major mistakes. And overall, he's been playing pretty consistently, as have his teammates. This might be the best relay, like the best relay of this kind done yet. If it continues like this. This might be the best run of the tourney. I'm not sure, but it does seem like that. Meanwhile, Densa, being in Rune Kingdom, basically auto-scroller, don't pay attention to Bliplo. Bliplo what he was doing here, he was prematurely moving his Cappy so that he hits the bombs as early as he can. Not quite getting it on his first few tries, but getting it on the last one. I should have to do it 3 times. Right, we'll go on to the final section of Bowser's now. All he needs to do is to get this moon behind the boxes. Right? And then he has to do camera manipulators or some... No. Blind jump. Where we cannot change the camera for a while there. And we basically have to blindly jump over the gap. Which can be a problem sometimes. But after that, we grab this poke hill, we go off the wall, and we get into the Macro Brutal fight. Now, in this Macro Brutal fight, we try to stay on top as much as possible. We try to kill the bubbles as much as possible. Any mishap will basically lose about 20 to 30 seconds. After the first hit. Like I said, after the first hit. This doesn't lose 20 to 30 seconds, this just makes him reset. But prematurely resets, making the Mech Brutal in a weird position. I don't know why he did that. Now it's to get off again. You should wait here for a second. Alright, that's better. Now being able to get the first bubble, that actually lost him about 30 seconds. That was very, very bad. Anyway, now up to the real part. Getting this quick kill on the second one. Now he just needs to get back up to set up for target required, which I will be expecting for him. Meanwhile, Dansta finally into Bowser's Kingdom. He really needs to be zooming right now to try and catch up. Bliplo gets the third bubble. Now he needs to stand in a specific spot here so that he can grab the second bubble and the fourth bubble, instantly, which he does get. Very good. Dancer will probably be throwing out all the threads he knows to even have a chance of catching up every second he can. And since Dancer is one of the best runners in the world right now, his threats are probably going to be pretty cool to see. So let's watch. I know this charge movement is different from Bliplo's, and it's pretty nuts. So watch this. So all we do here, we get this shard first. Then we get this shard with a roll cancel. Dancer having a bit of trouble with that, but that's fine. triple jump, get this shot, get on top of the roof, which is very difficult, and not even capturing the Pokio. But because he was a bit late, his Cappy wasn't quite on the right place at the right time. So he will have to go back there and grab the shard. Pretty insane. Making the Pokio do the work for you. Meanwhile, Bliplo moving into Moon Kingdom, he's on about, I'd say, a high 102 base run, which is pretty close to his PB. Very good run for Bliplo right now. It's about 1 minute off, which is pretty good. As Dansta is moving into the bunnies. First up, Harriet. Again, he also will be prematurely setting his Cappy there. But with Dansta, we'll probably see more consistent that. Bliplo not quite getting the vectors there. We kind of like jumped diagonally at this first section. Because for some reason, when we move diagonally in the air, Mario just goes faster. And especially with the airtime we get from Moon, low gravity, that saves a lot of time. But Bliplo not quite getting that, so we'll be losing a bit of time on that. As he goes for Moon Skip, we jump up the swings, getting into the specific wall spot on the wall jump, and get up. One of the most notorious skips in this game. Probably the most, actually. Skips the entire Moon Cave. You know what it is. Dansta now finishing up topper. All he will have to do now is go against Mecha Brutal. And he too will be moving on to Moon Kingdom. Meanwhile, Bliplo now doing the refight against Bowser. Ooh, not getting the head strut quite right. He needed to have the head himself, not give it to Bowser. Didn't read the instructions quite well, unfortunately. Now Bliplo is pretty much in the clear here to win, unless in the section after this where we capture Bowser, he dies. Because you can lose up to like 2 minutes if you die with Bowser, depending on where you die, as you have to start all over again from where you capture Bowser. But if that doesn't happen, then Bliplo probably is in the clear to win right now. But hey, you never know. Chokes can happen. Getting the damage boost on the head, grabbing it quickly, and giving Bowser the last smack he deserves. Wow. Now onto the escape sequence. Like I said, we will be capturing Bowser. And if he dies after this, he will lose a considerable amount of time. But he basically needs to die at the end here to make Dansta have a chance. We will Dansta. I'm not sure if he got a clean beginning to Mecha Brutal, but probably did. We will now go for the same strat. Bliplo shut off, target acquired, getting the Harriet bubble, and then target acquired, getting the fourth bubble out of midair, spin pound, all that. Bliplo going for 2D skip, no problem there. And moving on to the final section. He can die in pillars as the ground does kind of like disappear. and you can fall to your death. That's basically the only way that Dancer can still win. So if Lupo just focuses on not doing that, then he will be in the clear to have his team win. And maybe at the biggest or the best run yet of this tourney. I'm not sure, but it does seem like the case. As this is the team with the best combined PBs, and all runners have been playing extremely close to PB. Now getting the last pillar. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. There's no way Blippo can die anymore. All he has to do is crack open this crate, capture the last electric wire, and shoot away into the sky. And time. So that is a win for Team WEEB. GG's to both teams. Team WEEB playing out of its mind. Gold team just trying to catch up. Not quite getting it, but putting up a considerate fight, considering the team they were up against. Let's move on to Dance's audio now. There you see the vectors that I was talking about that we couldn't see with Bliplo. As you can see, you get a lot of distance with them if you execute them correctly. Getting the double rocket. And we'll probably see some new strat here, single wall jump, where instead of doing 2 wall jumps, we do this. Ooh, bonking there. What you want to do is kind of like roll off the edge so that you can dive again. Ooh, not getting it again. Will he just go for the... No, he will not. He will continue this threat. Oh, there it is. There it is. Not quite as fast as it should be. Not quite this single wall jump. But it's something. We're just showing off strats at this point. Now can he also show off what a clean first head grab is? Which Bliplo just gave back to Bowser. Let's see. There we go, that's the strat. Getting real close here before grabbing the head. As soon as we grab the head, I haven't even talked about this, Bowser will try to jump away, but if we're close enough and we can hit him in time, he will not do that. That's very good. Now with the fast side strats, grabbing the head with his hand. Moving on to the final phase of this fight. Dancer looking to be on a mid 100 paced run, which does mean that his run was about it's looking more like a 2-minute difference between Bliplo and Dancer's end run finish. Which, or 2 minutes, yeah, 2 minutes and a half, more like, which is about the PB difference. Both runners playing pretty consistent. Dancer with a few big mishaps, but very few minor, or just very few mistakes all in all. Bliplo having more minor mishaps, but very little major things happen to him. think the worst part was probably in launching for him. Duty skip, easy as is. Now fireballing his way into the pillar room, where hopefully we'll see some clean pillars to finish off this race. Ooh, that first fireball doesn't look like it hit. Maybe it did though. No, he definitely missed a few fireballs there. We didn't hear the first pillar go down. He will throw a few fireballs there, and that pillar will go down. Getting the camera change, making sure to miss all your fireballs because of it. That's just something that happens when you don't get first pillar. Oh, also not having the angle for the last one. Doing the complete opposite of what I asked him to do. A clean pillar, a bad pillar. Showing the rebel in him. That's the finishes of this race. GG's in the chat. Now, if any of the runners want to do an interview, I'm up for it. If not, I'll just end the stream here. I'm pretty sure you should have gotten a Discord message with the link. You can join anytime you want. Yeah, GG's to all runners in this relay race. The winner is Team WEEB. With an insane run. Yeah, beginning of Dance's run was insane as well. And we have to give props to Dancer for doing DSS in a run for